A store employee trying to stop a suspected shoplifter. A cashier was fed up with thefts, so when a suspected thief tried to get away on a bike, she gave chase in her car and smashed right into him. Now she's out of a job. She spoke with Les Trent.
A woman is following a bike rider. Watch what happens next. She plows right into him. Then she gets out and a profanity-laced exchange begins with both hurling insults at each other.
Shut up. Oh, wait, silly.
Why would she give chase after a bike rider? Turns out she's a cashier at a Dollar General store in Fresno, California, and she says the bike rider shoplifted all of those items and took off on his bike. She's so fed up with shoplifters, she decided to go after him. Just look at them exchange insults as they each try to retrieve the items scattered all over.
Oh, you see me living in my car? You know I live in my car?
I'm sick and tired of everybody getting away with it.
35-year-old Jessie Soto tells me she's now been fired for what she did. There's some who would say that what you were doing was taking the law into your own hands, and it could have been dangerous.
All right, so a woman in California just ran a guy over. Well, she didn't run him over, but she hit him with her car because in California, I think we covered this, like last year on this show. But yeah, California has a law where you can steal up to $1,000 a day. You can steal, I think it's like $950, basically $1,000. So people are just loading up the front basket of their bike, running in there, filling up the basket and just riding out. So yeah, all these stores in California, these big stores, they're moving out, like San Francisco especially, Target, all the big box stores, because they're not even profiting anymore. That's how much people are stealing. You got 30 people stealing $1,000 a day in merchandise. You know, you're not a thriving business anymore. This woman's like, I'm gonna lose my job anyway, pretty much. I mean, because she's just standing there all day. People aren't even using self-checkout. They're just leaving. And yeah, this lady just got tired of it and turned this guy into a piñata. And like the best kind of piñata. He had Doritos, sour candy. He had the good shit. He had potato chips, whole chocolate bars. You remember a good piñata growing up. You could tell when you pulled up to a kid in your class's house, you're like, oh, his piñata is about to be crazy. That kid's house growing up where everyone's parents could park in the driveway was like one of those fucking valet horseshoe. They probably even had a valet guy, now that I'm thinking about it. But you knew the piñata was going to be on point. Probably imported from Mexico. Had a bunch of sequins all over it. Looked like fucking Canelo coming out of the locker room. And we had a system in my neighborhood, dude. None of the kids gave a fuck about who got to hit the piñata. We just wanted the candy immediately. So we gave the bat to this kid, Alonzo Ortiz. He's probably in the fucking league right now. And he would hit the thing so hard, the candy would come out like shrapnel from a grenade. But nothing like a good piñata. Don't be the family that has like the pillowcase with the stain on it, and then you hit it open. And there's like 3 cigarettes and a mint. And then your alcoholic mom is like, oh, look, cigarettes. How convenient. Oh, who put those in there? And you're like, all right, so do we just split this mint? What kind of birthday party is this? Yeah, so this lady got tired of the shoplifters and just ran them over.
Soto tells me she's now been fired for what she did. There's some who would say that what you were doing was taking the law into your own hands, and it could have been dangerous. You could have run him over and killed him.
That was never the intent. I would never hurt anybody.
Soto says she never intended to hit the cyclist. She's now set up a GoFundMe page because she's out of work.
An overall intention to go after him was to keep him from doing it again.
By killing him with my car. I don't know, man. Business owners in California. I actually met a lawyer earlier this week from California. She was like an LA district attorney or whatever. She said she was leaving that division because of the corruption. And she broke it down. Dude, I'm not going to say her name because my God. But she was pulling out stacks of paper. She's like, look how corrupt this business is. And this form. And this, and all these fucking laws and liens and all this shit. And then she was like, this is just LA. What about the federal level? And I'm like, all right, keep your voice down. Let me put my phone on airplane mode. I don't need anyone watching me. I don't need to leave my apartment and see someone in a Lincoln looking through binoculars. Like, okay, was that guy bird watching? No. I don't need to end up on a list. But yeah, welcome back to the show. I know we've been gone for a while. I got a few guest episodes in the bank. just things have been crazy, man. All positive for the most part. And just trying to live in gratitude, man. Well, I put the Utah vlog out. So I did Utah. I did a theater in Utah one weekend, and then the following weekend I did a corporate event. I performed for a bunch of salespeople in Tennessee. So I put the vlog out for the Utah show. I'm going to put the link in the description. But check that out because that was a cool time. And it was just surreal, man. I've always wanted to perform comedy in a theater, and having like your name on the marquee and 200 plus people out there. Some people drove from Vegas because I was 2 hours away. So shout out to Mike and Sarah. That was cool. Fans of Florida Man. And they were like, we saw that you were 2 hours away, so we had to come see you. And it was awesome, man. It was just surreal to be to fly back to back to different shows and, get put in a hotel and have the flight taken care of. And it's just like, damn, dude, this is a taste of what it can all be. And, I was just truly grateful, man. It was like a life-changing year. And I talked about it in the vlog, man. Like January, I got evicted from my other apartment. They raised the rent to like $2,200. I had a job selling roofing. The company went out of business because the owner was a fucking retard, and he was paying personal debts with sales reps commission. So it was me like north of $17,000. I think it was like $24,000 and change. It was just money that I was waiting on for like 6 months, and it never came. Find out the company is, people are facing prison time. I'm like, well, I'm not getting that money, and then I'm not paying $2,200 a month. But got slapped with the eviction notice, man. I was some nights I slept in my car. I was doing the shower at the gym thing. Then I got a job mowing grass at 4 a.m. at this country club. And so I was getting off stage at, midnight, and then I was getting up at 4 a.m. Just couldn't keep up with the podcast, dude. I mean, I probably could have, but I didn't want to do it in my car. Yeah, dude, it was like one of the shittiest points, but also like looking back, it was like, it made me look at everything totally different, and it showed me how real shit gets. And, I've been in situations like that before, but to go like back to it and be like, what the fuck, dude? I thought we were like done with this shit. Yeah, a lot of stuff was out of my control. A lot of stuff was in my control. Shit just happens. But yeah, dude, we got through it. And to go from that to doing a theater and being paid, the most I've ever been paid doing stand-up, it was just definitely a roller coaster. It was definitely a ride. So I'm trying to enjoy the ride, because some things are out of your control. I feel like a lot of it was a test to see, how bad do you really want this? And the universe just opened up, man. Shout out to the people of Utah that came out. Electric Comedy, thanks for having me. Val, Gabby, Blaze, Adam, Carissa. I mean, what a time, dude. Mr. Codwell, everybody running the sound, the lights. I mean, I didn't know there's 3 different camera angles. So, I mean, it was like an official setup, dude. I mean, it was like it was just surreal, dude. I remember just getting off stage and I'm not going to lie. My first thought was like, holy shit. Like, I'm glad that's over, because it was 40 minutes. I was just like, dude, this is a long time. It was my first time going the distance. And, yeah, dude, I'm not going to lie. There was a point in the show where I was like, fuck, I don't know if I have enough material to finish this plan. Like, I have enough material, but I'm like, I thought this amount, because you have it timed out. I'm like, I'm not rushing. Why? But then I realized, like, I slowed down a little bit, and you can get in 40 minutes, you should have like 7 minutes of laughter. So really it's only like 30 minutes, So it was just, but yeah, it was a cool moment, man. And about I got back Sunday, and then Thursday is when it hit, the post-show depression of just like, dude, it was so much, the whole trip was so much fun, but it was going back to that reality of like, okay, that's not an every weekend thing. Not yet, anyway. And it was just like, it was very bittersweet, as they would say. But yeah, what an incredible time. Check out that vlog. I got the link in the description. It's about 9 minutes, I think. But yeah, there's some actual stand-up in there. So, little freebies. I'm gonna put the special out either end of this year or early It'll be like summer of next year. And yeah, I'm going to drop 30 minutes and then we're going to hit the road and we're going to come see everybody, man. Because I know, dude, especially Germany, man, the amount of messages I get from you guys in Germany it's actually crazy. So have an M8 ready for me on the Autobahn when one of you picks me up from the airport and show me where to get the best fucking... It is kind of crazy how amazing German cars are and then how just terrible the food is. I mean, every German restaurant I went to, I'm like, I don't want anything on this menu. Do you need more time to decide? I'm going to decide to go somewhere else. No. It's just like, what is happening right now? You guys just have like beer and sausage. No wonder you're all blockheaded. I'm part German, but let me settle. Let me just ruin the show by calling. Well, we were going to have you come to our country, but you called us all Minecraft heads. You said Minecraft head us. I asked this German girl one time, I was like, how come German guys either sound super gay or just like a terrifying scientist? And she just started laughing because she's like, I've never looked at it like that. And I'm like, well, that's how I look at it. You guys are either, the women are a different story. That's the thing. Some of these countries, the women are just gorgeous. And then the guys are like just fucking awful looking. You're like, what? How did this happen? All the effort went into creating the female. And then the male was like, let's just whatever. They have to survive the jungle and the hunting and all that shit. So let's make them look like fucking grizzly bears. Anyway, I don't even know what we were talking about. I have some bullet points here, but the show went off the rails a while ago. I am dressed like I'm either up 96,000 or down 96,000 in Vegas. I look like Robert De Niro from Casino, except for my car wouldn't be blown up. It would just be repoed. Not as exciting. What's that beeping noise? Is that a bomb? No, it's a tow truck. I do look like Sam Rothstein, though, with better hair, of course. God, how happy is Brad Pitt that I left Hollywood? He's like, fucking finally, I can go back to auditions. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to do, man. I have a lot of guest episodes in the books, in the vault, I should say. We got Miguel Colon Jr., hilarious comedian, dude, out at the Sausage Castle July 4th. He's actually at the Comedy Mothership right now, auditioning at the club out there in Austin. He's the one who invited me to the Sausage Castle, so he works with Mike and all the guys out there. So I'm actually doing I'm going to the July 4th event there. He's got me as a guest, so I'm excited. Appreciate it, man. So he'll be on the show next week. I know you guys enjoyed the Jari show. Sorry about the audio. I just cameras and mics and all that. We're going to get a producer soon. I got an editor that I'm hiring, so these will be out more consistently. Then I got Jimmy Moynihan coming on, hilarious too. And I know we're going to have a good conversation, so stay tuned there. Check out the vlog. Don't forget to share the show, like and subscribe. If you like the show, share it to a friend. I'm going to post the clips. If you guys can share those, I know you always do. That's why the show's grown so much, even with the sporadic release of episodes. But yeah, that'll do it, man. Appreciate you guys. Leave a review, and we'll see you next week.
You want to smoke something?
You've seen him perform all over LA. Give it up for Sean Madden, everybody.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
This joke's not going to go well.